Our first guest tonight is Dr. Larry W. Peterson, who's a music historian and the chairman of the music department at the University of Delaware. He's also an associate professor there. Now, Dr. Peterson has embarked on a valuable service to our community. He's the active chairman and co-founder of the Music Consortium of Newcastle County, Inc. It's an organization of important musical groups in the Delaware area, of which representatives meet monthly to discuss, among other things, the quality and promotion of music in our community and schools. And Dr. Peterson, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, Dr. Peterson, can you describe for us some of the goals of the Music Consortium and also list the groups involved in the Music Union, because I think it's very, very important that people know that the powerhouse lineup you have there.
Be glad to do that. The idea that brought us together was communication and sharing, that we could pool resources, combine for master classes, work together for a common calendar, also to establish 1 or 2 goals a year that we would like to work together cooperatively to achieve some things that perhaps we could do better together than we could alone.
Mm-hmm.
The membership is presently 15, and if you'll excuse me, I'm going to read the list so that, one, I think it's an impressive one, and secondly, to be sure I don't forget anyone.
It's a lot of heavies.
The Delaware Symphony, the Wilmington Music School, Madrigal Singers of Wilmington, Grand Opera House, Minikin Opera, Community Showcase Performance, Delaware State Music Teachers Association, Wilmington Ballet Company, Junior League of Wilmington, Friends of Chamber Music, Christina Cultural Arts Center. The Delaware State Arts Council is an ad hoc member, the University of Delaware Music Department, Wilmington Opera Society, and the Newark Symphony.
Now, obviously, by combining the resources of all these great groups, you feel you're going to have a greater impact on the quality of the music scene in Delaware?
We hope to. We're a little young to say we have a track record, but this is the 2nd year of our existence, and we have tackled a couple of projects that we hope to be successful in meeting some goals for the year.
For instance?
Well, the first and foremost, something we discussed last year, and we have a committee now working, is to see what we can do to make an impact on the quality of music experiences in the schools.
Mm-hmm. I know with the cutback in funds, music is becoming less important there. You consider that to be one of your priorities?
Well, it's something we're very concerned about, both individually and collectively. Our committee is planning to put together first of all, a booklet of things that are available to go in the schools. The members of this team are hoping to also prepare a package of musical events, including music instruction, that would be available to go into schools, so that we would perhaps have a package that would include performers from Wilmington Music School, Minikin Opera, the University Music Department, some of our music education students as pedagogues, and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Well, have the schools been cooperative in this endeavor?
Well, we're still in the planning stages. The committee began about 2 months ago. It's chaired by Marcia Bellotti with the Junior League, and they're in the process now of sending out questionnaires, compiling the data of what is available, what the costs are involved, and then working with Claire Nannis in our department to develop then some type of music education package that would go with it.
Now, also, the Music Consortium is involved in other endeavors at the present time other than the school project?
Our secondary of interest is media coverage, interestingly enough, and we have a committee chaired by Stephen Gunsenhauser that is beginning to, first of all, compile data. Each member has provided information about the number of concerts that they have, the average attendance size of the audience, economic information, so that we can put this information together and then invite some people in to talk with us about media coverage. And by in people, I mean people that are involved in the media coverage.
Well, if we can help in any way, please contact us.
We'll keep that in mind.
Now, what about the communications? Now, do you intend to disseminate this information that you're collecting through the media and also other sources?
If by information you mean the information regarding musical events available to go in the schools, we plan to publish a booklet that would be then sent to each school in the state of Delaware that would be available with music events. Our consortium is primarily Newcastle County, but several of the organizations are active throughout the state.
And how would members of the general public find out about your endeavors and the list of events? How would they best be able to get that information?
Well, communication of events, each of us are responsible for communicating our own musical events. Through the Delaware Arts Council hotline, we have a means of dissemination that's already in existence, but Ann Hausman has made this available to us also. The booklet that I just mentioned would be available only to the schools. So at this point in time, we are not trying to collectively communicate all of the musical activities of each of the individual members. As you can realize from the members I read a moment ago, this is an incredible active group of people.
It certainly is. Well, Dr. Peterson, I want to thank you for coming on our show, and I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors. I hope it becomes a successful part of the Delaware scene, because what you're doing is very, very important.
Thank you.